Hi, and welcome to Mid-American Gardener. I'm Jen Nelson. I'm sitting in for Sandy Mason tonight, and we have got a great panel of experts here to answer your gardening questions. So give us a call now, 217-333-3495, and we are ready and willing to take your questions. Let's go ahead and introduce the panel. Let them tell you a little bit about themselves, and we'll touch on some viewer emails as well. First, we have Chuck Voigt.
Hi, Jennifer. I am Chuck Voigt, and I retired semi-recently from the Department of Crop Sciences here on the University of Illinois campus. My specialties were vegetables and herbs, but I have some ability to talk about other things. Tonight I have a frequently asked question, and that would be, what's the best way to grow first prize county fair onions? You know, those giant globes of goodness. Well, I'm going to try to be brief, but we'll see how that goes. First of all, you decide onion sets, onion plants, onion seeds. Onion sets grow really fast, and you make nice green onions from onion sets. But here's the thing about onion sets. The varieties that are used for onion sets are extremely pungent because pungency is related to keeping quality, and those growers want to be able to grow them the previous summer, keep them through the winter, sell them to you starting in March and April, and so they're very pungent when you grow those. Also, if they're much bigger than 3/8 of an inch in diameter, they tend to have a seed stalk come out of them. So those are not good things, because if a seed stalk comes out, it makes them odd shaped, and it also gives an avenue for disease to come into them. So my best bet would be onion plants, and I've started to see bundles of those coming in. They grow them in the South, Texas, Georgia, different places. Bundle them, ship them north. They're very, they handle that really well. And what you want to look for are long day types. We need long day onions. The onion grows vegetatively until the day length gives it the cue to take the energy that it's formed and put it into a bulb. So if you have a long day onion, that happens later in the season. If you have a short day onion, that happens pretty early in the season. The short day onions are really designed for warm weather places where you sow them the previous fall. They grow through the winter, and they harvest them maybe in April. So that's not really a super bet for us. So we want to look for things with northern kinds of names, like Walla Walla Sweet from Washington, Red Weathersfield from Connecticut, Sweet Spanish. If you look at a globe, strangely enough, Spain and central Illinois are kind of at the same latitude. You don't really want Texas 1015s or Bermudas or some of those things, because they really try to bulb too early. If you're going to try those, you want to get them in probably in March so that they have a long season. And you know, some seasons don't cooperate, this one being one of them. So, and finally, do not ever pay a premium for plants or seeds labeled Vidalia onions. Vidalia is a growing area in Georgia that has low sulfur soils, and just like Champagne can only be grown in certain areas of France, and Burgundy can only be grown in a certain area of France, Vidalia onions can only be grown in that, I think it's a 15 or 17 county area in central Georgia where the soils are low in sulfur. Sulfur makes up those pungency compounds, so you have a sweet onion. You grow it in low sulfur conditions and you get a sweet onion. They don't keep worth anything, but they're spectacularly sweet and non-pungent for the time that they exist.
Thanks, Chuck. I learned a lot. I now know why I never liked the thousands of onion sets I had to plant as a kid. They're a little pungent.
Yeah, they're good if you cook them and kind of work on that pungency, but raw, they're really potent.
Oh, thank you. You were also the guest on the podcast last, so we want to remind our viewers to tune into the podcast for Mid-American Gardener, and you can download it on iTunes or Stitcher or NPR One, and so you can go in depth about all sorts of topics with our panelists. Even more on onions.
yeah, I can finish.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Ella, what did you have for us?
I'm Ella Maxwell. I work in a garden center in Peoria at Hare Nursery, so I can answer questions about trees and shrubs. I'm a horticulturist there, And my question today was Kathy from Rushville. She submitted 2 pictures of her rose, and she wants to know what it's called and how it could be trimmed. And its distinguishing factor are the thorns. It's very tall, and she started it from one her grandmother had. So this is a rose called Harrison's Yellow. It's also known as the Oregon Trail Rose or the Yellow Rose of Texas. It was discovered around the turn of the century, and it is a single bloomer. It will just bloom in early summer. So the best time to prune it would be to remove any dead this spring, but wait until after it's done blooming, and then you could go ahead and trim it. And John's also going to tell us more about roses too.
I am John Bodensteiner, and I'm a Vermilion County Master Gardener, and I kind of like perennials, trees, shrubs, hostas especially, and tomatoes. Sliding right into what Ella was telling us, I have a question coming from Chuck. It's an email. He lives in Aurora, and please tell me when I should uncover my roses. And then I have also one from Donna, and I had my rose bushes covered all winter. I recently uncovered it with the recent warm weather, and it looked dead. Is it dead, and if so, why? Well, if these were rose cones, you know, Chuck up in Aurora may have had some nights where he could have used the rose cone, but down here, we don't recommend rose cones at all. It just doesn't get cold enough in here. And then we have all those warm periods, which is even worse for the roses, because if it gets really warm in those rose cones, what happens? It breaks the dormancy. And pretty soon there are going to be little shoots coming out the side. And then when it gets cold, those shoots make the rose vulnerable to frost and freezing, and then once those shoots freeze and die, the whole plant can dehydrate, and they die very quickly. The way to tell whether you should cover is you wait till there's a killing frost and all the leaves have fallen off your rose. Then you clean up around your rose. Don't leave those leaves around, because that's just a good chance for you to harbor disease there. And then the best way to is to mound up the soil, loose soil, a mulch around the plant. If you are going to use a rose cone, cut 4 or 5 holes in the top, put a brick on it so it doesn't blow away, because that's another thing they tend to do is blow away. And for the more tender roses, there are certain roses that will tell you that they are tender. Take that top completely off and stuff it with straw or good dried leaves, something to really pack it in there. And climbing roses, you may have to lay those down, dig up one side, just lay them down and cover up that. Select a rose that is hardy in your area. Make sure that before you start having to do all this that you've selected a good rose. And that's, I think, those are some of the things. Whether your roses are dead, I wouldn't do anything until we've had a few more days. If you see no growth come the 1st of or middle of May, probably if our weather holds, it is probably dead. A good way to tell is if you have coloration on the bottom where there's green, you may get some shoots. If it's a grafted rose, if it comes below that little knob, you're going to go back, and you don't want that rose anyway.
Right.
It's going to refer to the rootstock. And
it's a little too soon to tell, because the weather just can't seem to decide.
I did notice some of my roses, some of the, I didn't cover anything, and I do notice a few swelling buds on them. So.
Okay. All right, we're going to go into our callers. We have some folks waiting to ask us their questions. Line 2, Patty from Springfield has a question on her daffodils. Hi, Patty.
Hi. My focus did really well this year, but my daffodils, they've done well for the last 3 or 4 years, but this year I didn't get any blooms on them. I got the stems that came up, and that was it.
My first question would be, last year, after they were done blooming, did you leave the greens turn yellow and go into dormancy?
No.
Yeah.
I cut them.
Okay, and that's probably the main reason we don't get reblooming daffodils, is that we cut that green off. The plant doesn't get a chance. It's put all its energy into blooming and producing a seed, and then you cut them off, and then they don't have a chance to revitalize that bulb. And right now they're just trying to recuperate. They won't bloom this year. They're going to try to rejuvenate that bulb strength for next year. So. Wait, if you can, let the leaves yellow or start to yellow. Once they start to yellow, then you can trim them, because they're not going to be putting any more nutrients into the soil. But if they really look ugly, cut them at an angle, make them look.
Braid them.
Yeah.
See people braid
Yeah.
them.
I think it's easiest just to wrap them with rubber bands.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to braid them.
We've had
Okay.
we've had trouble with the ones at our house. They just seem to stay green for so long, and
Yeah.
we've had it coming up on 4th of July, and we still have green daffodils. So I read somewhere that as long as they've been going for at least 6 weeks after they've bloomed, it's safe.
There you go.
So whack them back then.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks
Thank
a lot,
you.
Patty. Okay, let's go to line 3. Steve in Bloomington has an azalea question.
Thank you for taking my call. I really enjoy your show.
Oh, thank you.
I've had an azalea. I think it's a Stewartsonian, which is red, and it's been in the ground for about 3 years, and it will not bloom. It's healthy. The leaves come out. I was wondering what you all think might be the problem.
Well, with that Stewartsonian rhododendron azalea, they're in the same family. The buds are formed the following or the previous fall to bloom in the spring. So if you're doing any fall pruning, potentially you could be cutting off the flowers for the following year. Also, if they're in too shaded of an area, they might not be able to make flowering buds for that following year. So fertilizing might be helpful, having the right acidity with the soil. Any other ideas?
I would say the acidity. I've had trouble with them because of the acidity. You're just fighting it in central Illinois. We just tend to have too alkaline of soil.
So maybe those are some of the things that you can try. Don't prune, fertilize, adjust the soil's acidity so that you get a healthy plant as well. And you could try wilt-proof over the winter. Maybe there are buds there, but they just freeze, and you could give them a little extra protection.
Okay, all great answers. So lots of things to try. I hope that's found that helpful. We're going to go to our next caller, line 4, Catherine from Charleston. She has a question on reusing bulbs. Hi,
Yes,
Catherine.
I have a tulip plant, an indoor tulip plant, which I got from Walmart. The leaves are yellow. The flowers have died, and I'm wondering if I can plant the bulbs outside. Would they be viable?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
It would be viable. The question is, in a pot, if they stored enough energy to bloom again, that would be
Not this year.
Yeah, well, not,
Or not
Yeah.
next year,
Yeah, probably not
either.
next year either.
well, and then tulips have a tendency to go downhill over time.
Yeah.
So tulips are not as good a bet from a potted plant as are like daffodils
Right.
and some of the other things which seem to go through forcing and then turn out quite well. Tulips are a little iffier. Will they live? Yes. Will they rebloom? Maybe eventually.
You've got it. Might as well plant it out and see what
Yeah,
happens.
you have nothing to lose other than having to pull them
Right.
out and getting that leaf to stop coming up year after year after year that you don't want.
Right. So it sounds like you've got a fun project on your hands. So let's go to our next caller. Liz from Armington has a question on tomato starts.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your
Oh, okay.
question?
I start tomato plants and put them under grow lights in a closed-in porch. It gets about 60 degrees all the time. They get about 14 hours of light. And I have run a fan, sometimes a couple of hours, maybe on the floor, give them a little draft, I thought, to harden them out. But I know some of them are getting yellowed on the leaf tips and kind of mottled, and they're wilty. and I'm wondering if it's from the draft or do I maybe have an insect problem that I would need to spray for.
If they're getting to the point where they're getting fairly large, it might just be that your soil has run out of being you're watering it, and you may have leached out all the nutrients in the soil, and you may just have to give it a very mild shot of 10-10-10 or one of those. Don't give it a grass fertilizer where it's all nitrogen. You want something with more of the phosphorus and the potash and just a little bit of nitrogen, and then the micronutrients also. But I would bet that it's it's probably just the washing out, the leaching out of the soil, and might be that it just needs a little shot in the arm and it should come right back. I like that you're putting a little air, a fan on that, as it vibrates, that back and forth, that makes that stalk much stronger, so that when you do take it out to the outside, it's not going to snap off like some of the plants do.
Yeah, that's a nice touch, but I agree. I would put some fertilizer on them. You still got a while before those end up getting outside.
Yeah, I usually put mine out June 1st. So
yeah.
Unless the soil is really warm, 70 degrees.
That's about when I'll get mine out, I'm sure. Okay, let's take another question. Deb from Mahomet. She has a question on raised beds and the soil. Hi, Deb.
Hi. Yeah, I'm making an outdoor raised vegetable garden that's 8 by 12 feet. Wondering what kind of soil to put in it. I found somebody that would deliver pumpkin compost. Just wondering if that would be good or if I should put something else in there.
Oh, that's a loaded question. There's so many different things we could use in a raised bed. What would you guys suggest? What comes to mind first?
Well, definitely, if you are going to have some soil delivered, regardless of what it is, you can then do a soil test, because without the soil test, you don't really know what you really need to add, because that pumpkin compost is going to be high in organic matter, and it could be used as a potting or as a planting soil, but you might need something more. So, Chuck?
Yeah, you might want to double dig if your soil is any good at all. Get some good compost and double dig that into the to the existing mineral soil, and that should fluff it up enough.
Get the better texture,
so that you got better texture, and you've got the organic matter distributed through it, but you've also got some of that mineral content that's going to hang on to nutrients well, and
you don't have that hard pan. Type.
Right.
That's actually what we did at our house. We used mixed compost with the native soil, and it worked really well. You get the good organics from the compost, but you do want that texture, so that when it rains and you don't just have muck. So hopefully that answers your question. We're going to go ahead and do another round of emails, and if anyone wants to give us a call, we'll try to fit a couple questions in too.
Okay. It seems like it's allium night for me.
Oh, okay.
This Sonia wanted to know, when is the best time to plant garlic, spring or fall? I've been told that different varieties are planted at different times. It's my first time planting garlic. And then she asks about, is it a good companion plant? Well, the prime time, as far as I can see, to plant garlic in mid-America is probably October 1st to 15th. You want it to be maybe 6 weeks before the soil starts to freeze. And obviously that can change by 6 or 8 weeks each year, but October 1st to 15th has worked pretty well for me. I've gotten by planting it later than that. If you plant it much earlier than that, it tends to get a lot of top growth on it, which makes me a little nervous. Fall planted garlic outperforms spring planted garlic by a wide margin. When I was a young 4-H gardener, I would order garlic from a mail order catalog. It would come in the spring. I would plant it, and I'd get these little piddly little rounds of garlic, and it was very discouraging. And then later on, I got some bulbs from my brother-in-law, broke those up, planted them in the fall, and it was like night and day in terms of how it happened. So if you're looking to start some now and can find seed garlic, because the catalogs and everywhere has gotten much better, they'll take your order now, but they won't ship it until September, which is a good thing generally. But if you want to have some in the garden now and you can find seed garlic, that would be excellent. What you don't want to do is probably get some from the grocery store, because there's not a lot of of checking on what they sell for food in terms of some pretty major and nasty garlic diseases. So if you can wait till fall or summer, go online. There's some great organic gardening, organic garlic places. Get your order in because they sell a lot of popular varieties sometimes. But get seed garlic from a reputable source. Plant it in nice rich soil, 1st to the 15th of October. The only other thing is you talk about sometimes we plant elephant garlic in the spring. Elephant garlic is really a big-headed leek and not really a garlic. So that you could plant in the spring and still do okay. It doesn't always make it through the winter, particularly in the northern half of mid-America.
Well, thanks, Chuck. Lots of good information there. And Ella?
All right. My question was on dusty peonies. Midsummer last year, her peonies became dusty in appearance. How should I treat it if it returns? Most likely this is a powdery mildew. It's a fungal disease, and the best thing to do is in the fall remove that infected foliage so that it can't reinfect the following spring. Have the plants mulched. It's really cosmetic in nature, probably doesn't do a lot, but there are some sprays that you could wait to apply until you see that it's beginning to form. And just enjoy those beautiful peonies.
Thanks, Ella. John, did you have another email?
Yes, I do. I have actually I have a voicemail.
Ah.
So this is a little different. We're starting to get voicemails.
Yeah.
This is a question about Frances William hostas, which is one of my favorite hostas too. And she has them planted around her maple tree, and she's done this for many years, and were quite big and beautiful, and now they seem to not come back or not near as big. Just wondering what I should do. Am I planting too close to the tree? Is there a particular lifespan for Frances Williams? And she's just wanting. The first thing I saw was maple tree, planting them under the maple tree. A maple tree are shallow rooted. If you got them to be large and big, that was a bonus. With the summers we're having where it's dry, then it's wet, then it's dry. When it's wet, they probably are sharing the moisture with the maples. When it's dry, the maples are not going to give the hostas the time of day. And they do not have a lifespan as far as getting to a certain age and then dying. I would try to plant them in a shaded area, but not where they're in competition with something as major as a maple tree. And you might, if you can, if it's a huge maple tree, take them out to the very edge of the drip and plant them out there. They're not going to get as much shade, so I would just find another place and get away from the maple tree.
You know, John, another thing that I've found in my garden that wanes with that might be vole damage.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be a little rodent that lives through the winter that can feed on the crown of the plant. So you want to check that, because if you had been doing well before, and then also, like John said, that root competition, double check to make sure that you don't see maple roots in that area, but you might want to divide them, move them to another spot, regrow them.
All great suggestions, you guys. I've been fighting a tree at home in terms of with other plants, and they do like their moisture. But this is a great opportunity to point out that if you didn't get through tonight, fear not, you can call our voicemail line, and we'll take your question at any time and use it in a podcast, use it in a show. Give us a call at 217-300-8224, and we will be happy to take your question and use it later on. So when you wake up at night and you have that burning question at 2 in the morning, you can call. We've had a great show tonight and great group of panelists, and this has just been a fun evening. And I want to point out that tonight we're saying goodbye to our show's longtime production manager, Jeff Cunningham, and we are going to miss him so much. He's always been a really fun addition to the crew, and he has worked here at WILL in some capacity for 30 years, and he's been with Mid-American Gardener for 10 years. And he told me last week that working on Mid-American Gardener is really one of the highlights of his week, and he loves doing the live production, and we love having him, and we're wishing him luck for his future endeavors. Hopefully there's a lot of relaxation and rest in his retirement, and we wish him well. And gardening, yes.
He's learned a lot over 10 years
yes,
with us.
you can tell that he really enjoys the subject. It comes through when he comes and talks
He
with us.
He can voicemail us a question if he has something.
Exactly. He's got the inside track for all of that. So
he's going to come pick up some firewood up at my farm up north. So
there you go.
But we're going to keep him busy.
Oh, good. So this has been a great evening. Hope you all can get out in the garden this weekend and do something. Check if your roses are alive or dead. Maybe plant some onions, plant some...
Spring is here, I think.
Spring is here, I hope. I hope.
For at least another day.
At least another day, and then we'll have some freezing again. But just get out in the garden anyway, no matter what the weather, and sooner or later we'll have some nice weather for gardening. Thanks a lot, everyone. And thanks for watching.